Hey guys, today we have another piece of EGO lawn equipment that we're going to be unboxing and going for an initial test drive. This is the EGO STA 1500, the string trimmer attachment. And I got this because I already have the modular head that I use for my edger. So instead of buying a whole new piece, including the pole and the battery holder, why don't we take advantage of the modular design and see how this little attachment will hold up. So let's see how it compares to my old standby, which is and has been this Works string trimmer edger combo thingy. And I got this because it was kind of an all-in-one unit, and it has the ability to adjust the position, whether you want to do more edging or trimming. But since I got my trusty EGO edger a few months ago, I realized that this, as a modular design, as a two-in-one, doesn't serve much of a purpose anymore. But let's see if this EGO is worth the upgrade. So obviously this is it. It's a much thicker gauge. So this is, I think, 0.095 inches in width. And it's got some cool features. For one, this little thing down here, all you do, you just gently press it and it'll advance this a little bit. As opposed to the mechanism in this, which requires you to basically press this little button, turn it upside down, and pull. And notice you only have one string instead of two in the other. So when this does break, you're kind of out of luck, whereas the other one, if one of them breaks, you're still okay on the other one for a little bit of time. So it should be significantly more durable. So let's go ahead and put this in. So I take this protective thing off here. And this is very simple. I just kind of advance it until it clicks and it is locked in. And I screw this little thing here. And now that is nice and tight.
Oh, doing this is tight.
And there we go. So the whole thing took about 8 seconds to assemble on the modular head. It is not all that heavy. Let's see how it behaves with this thing. This is the 2.5 amp hour battery. All right, let's give it a go. Woo! Definitely got some torque on this bad boy, a lot more than the other one. Let's go ahead and get some goggles on and get trimming. All right, now while it is ready to go, you certainly don't want to start trimming too soon because you still want to install the barrier to prevent all the shards from hitting you in the face. So let's see how this thing works. All right, so I have to loosen these two screws. There is washers on here. I'm gonna put those here. You got to align the shaft for the screws in this little nook and kind of get it in just like that. So now that I'm using this as the multi-head tool is intended, and this is all modular, I realized that the grip is actually attached to the edger, not to the kind of host head tool. So I have to kind of take this off and redo it. All right, so I'm pretty gross because I have grass shards all over me, but between the Ego and the Works is a similar story. The Ego is a little heavier. You can see all the grass that's caught in this little mechanism here. So maybe that's something I need to do to keep it efficient, is to clean this out. It's really not hard to do. Really no wear and tear at all after about 30 minutes of use on this. And surprisingly, the string on this little Works held up pretty well. Normally it doesn't last as long. I'd say I have to kind of advance this normally about every 10 minutes or so of use. But this probably got a good 15 minutes without needing any sort of adjustment on the string, so good job there. It still was able to get through some of the denser stuff, just a lot less efficiently. But I'm used to using this, so I have a little bit more sense of kind of where the leading edge of the string is, so I can get kind of more delicate corners a little bit better. I have to get used to that with the longer diameter of the string on the Ego. But overall, I think that for under $100, for around $100, this certainly is a more powerful piece of equipment. And I can't speak to battery life yet, but if it's any indication as how far the edger has gone, it should be able to last at least 30 to 40 minutes on a charge without any sort of drop off in quality or performance. And it does have the proprietary Ego ability to get through denser things a little bit more efficiently, kind of like the mower does. You can almost hear it kind of ramp up a little bit in certain really thick areas of the grass. So yeah, so as a All right, so after fearing for my life, you might have heard that stray golf ball coming right towards me. These are the perils of living on a golf course. Maybe that guy works for Ryobi, I don't know. Nonetheless, he tried to interrupt this review, but I'm not gonna let it stop me, all right? So now that I'm in a safe location behind my hedge of bamboo, I certainly can endorse this little bad boy, this Ego string trimmer attachment combo, the STA 1500. I will say, though, that this little feature, this kind of, I do have to play with this mechanism here of how to advance the string, because it doesn't seem like I'm getting the same type of advancement every time, but I have to play with that. But nonetheless, it's a good product, it works as expected, and again, another reason not to use gasoline. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.